Welcome to the deep dive. Today, we're looking at something pretty cool. One surfer's personal list, their top 12 spots across the globe.
Yeah, and this isn't just some online poll. This is based on, what, 2 decades of surfing?
2 decades, 45 countries, apparently something like 35,000 beaches checked out. So, they've put the time in.
Definitely. It's like a curated guide based purely on real lived experience.
Exactly. And it's not just about finding the perfect wave, is it? There's more to it.
Right. The source talks about this mixed wave quality, sure, but also consistency, crowds, the vibe of the place, that sort of intangible magic.
That magic factor. I like that. It makes it personal.
It really does. It's about that connection you feel with a place through surfing.
And the list itself is, well, all over the map. Japan, Morocco, California, Brazil, different hemispheres, different kinds of waves.
It promises a really diverse look at what makes a surf spot great for someone.
Okay, let's jump in. First up, southern Kyushu Island, Japan. Maybe not the first place you'd think of.
No, definitely not. Japan often gets that reputation for fickle waves, as the source books it.
Right. But here's the twist: typhoons.
Ah, okay. So when those big Pacific storms hit, southern Kyushu lights up.
Seems like it. Beautiful summers, diverse coastline, and then boom, typhoon swell. Our surfer actually lived there 4 years.
Wow, 4 years. That's commitment. Tells you there must be something special there.
Yeah, they mentioned finding endless perfection when the conditions line up. That patience paying off.
And it sounds like there are different levels. You've got the known spots in Miyazaki, like Kisakihama, Hyuga, maybe better for newcomers.
But then there are these dozens of secret reefs and passes.
The kind you only find if you know people, right?
Yeah.
That local knowledge.
Exactly. That connection unlocks the real gems, it seems. Okay, moving from Japan to Lombok, Indonesia.
Lombok, often overshadowed by Bali, its neighbor.
Yeah, the source draws that contrast straight away. Smaller scale, different culture, predominantly Muslim, fewer big tourist resorts.
The different feel, maybe more low-key.
That seems to be the idea. But the waves.
Ah, yes. Incredible waves scattered along its southern coast. And the natural beauty.
Plus, a big emphasis on the locals being welcoming, if you're respectful, of course. Surfing with them, not just alongside them.
That sounds like a great vibe. More interaction, less purely transactional tourism.
And the wave variety seems good, too. Something for everyone.
Looks like it. Salong Belanak for beginners, Maui for rippable waves, and then the legendary Desert Point for experts only.
Right. And you've got the Gili Islands nearby, too, for diving and chilling.
Yeah, nice little bonus. Adds another dimension to the trip.
Okay, cool. Let's hop across the Pacific now. Pichilemu, Chile. Sounds powerful.
It definitely does. Central Chile, south of Santiago, home to Punta de Lobos.
The big wave spot.
The big one, yeah. But also endless left-hand points all along that coast.
So lots of options. And it really fires up in their fall and winter.
Apparently, massive Antarctic storms send huge swells north. It becomes Chile's surfing hub then.
Our surfer called surfing Punta de Lobos a dream come true. But it sounds like hard work.
Oh, yeah. Climbing down rocks, that heart-pounding paddle between the sets, you earn those waves.
Definitely. And the waves themselves, long laps.
Long and occasionally hollow. That's the description.
Yeah.
Generated by those powerful long-distance swells, it's a different beast entirely.
Raw power. Okay, back to California. But not the usual suspects. Santa Barbara.
Right, Santa Barbara. Interesting choice because the source admits, it's not always consistent.
Yeah, quality over quantity seems to be the theme here. When it's on, it's on.
And that's down to the geography, right?
Yeah.
The way those winter swells wrap into the channel.
Exactly. Northwest and west swells hit that long coastline, bend around, and just transform the reefs and points. A surfer's dream, but mainly in winter. Summer's flat.
But the quality must be something else if West Coast pros make pilgrimages there between October and February.
Speaks volumes, doesn't it? And then there's the ranch.
Ah, the semi-secret spot. Protected, hard to access unless you're in the know.
Adds that little bit of mystique. You gotta earn it or know someone. Okay, Atlantic crossing again. Tagazout, Morocco.
Tagazout's definitely been gaining popularity. Southern Morocco, Atlantic coast.
Famous for its right-hand points.
World-class ones, apparently. Anchor Point is the star. Big North Atlantic storms in fall and winter send the energy down.
Creating those beautiful lines along the points. Sounds idyllic.
And good for exploring, it seems. Find your own wave or join the pros training in the main spots.
The surfer called Morocco a life highlight. That's a strong endorsement.
It really is. That personal connection shines through again. Next up, back to Cali Ventura.
Santa Barbara's southern neighbor. More consistent, the source says.
Yeah, but maybe a bit Rougher.
More rough around the edges is the phrase used. Waves lack that Southern California polished refinement.
Interesting trade-off. Consistency versus perfection.
Maybe. But you get waves year-round, from Oxnard beaches to northern points. Variety.
And those rare summer hurricane swells sound epic. Heaving barrels.
And maybe fewer crowds than further south, even when it's good.
Potentially just as dreamy, the source suggests, but perhaps a bit more under the radar.
Could be a winning combo. Okay, let's go way south now. Southern Brazil. Not one spot, but a whole region.
Yeah, covering Santa Catarina, Rio, São Paulo states. Just full of incredible surf breaks and beaches.
But it's more than just the surf here, isn't it?
Absolutely. The source raves about the magnetic culture, beautiful weather, welcoming people. It's the whole experience.
Right. And the waves themselves, mainly beach breaks. So depends on the sand.
Yeah. Need the right sand, the right tides. But when it lines up, plenty of waves for all skill levels.
And you might end up surfing next to some world-class Brazilians.
That'd be pretty cool. A real buzz in the water, I bet.
Plus caipirinhas on the beach afterwards, maybe some samba. Sounds amazing.
Definitely a vibrant scene. Okay, heading north a bit. Pavones, Costa Rica. This one sounds tricky.
Very tricky. Hard to get to and extremely fickle. That's a direct quote. Needs a very specific swell.
So you could trek all the way there and get nothing.
Totally. Skunked. It's a real risk.
But the payoff.
Ah, the payoff.
Right.
When it works, it's apparently one of the world's best point breaks. A super long left.
Sections for turns, barrels, the longest floaters of your life. Wow.
High risk, high reward, classic surf pilgrimage stuff.
And the village vibe is good, friendly. You surf with locals.
Seems so. Plus nature stuff nearby for flat days. Okay, next stop, the Philippines, Luzon Island.
Luzon. Sounds like it offers year-round options, which is always a plus.
Big plus. Tropical weather, great breaks. And it depends on the season where you go.
Right. Summer, Pacific side gets the typhoon swells hitting beaches, reefs, passes with incredible force.
Intense.
And winter, the South China Seaside lights up from low-pressure systems. Places like San Fernando.
So you can chase the waves around the island. And friendly people mentioned again.
Yep. Incredibly friendly and welcoming. Seems to be a recurring theme in these top spots.
It does. Okay, nearly there. Next up, Bali, Indonesia. The big name.
Yeah, Bali. Got to address the elephant in the room. Crowds.
The source acknowledges it straight up, but still insists catching a wave at Padang Padang, or Uluwatu, is transformative.
Well, its location helps. Right over the Indian Ocean, sucking up those huge swells constantly.
And the famous spots on the Bukit Peninsula, Ulu, Padang, Bingin, legendary. Plus, Karemus, Kangu, Madawi further afield.
It's stacked with world-class waves.
Yeah.
But the source does offer a little hope for dodging the masses.
Yes, suggests with patience and local insight, you can find perfection without many people. Maybe.
Worth a shot. And Bali's culture, the gamelan music exploring the island, it offers so much beyond the surf breaks.
True. It's iconic for a reason. Okay, penultimate spot back to Japan, but the Ryukyu Islands this time.
Ah, south of the mainland. Different vibe.
Seems so. More tropical. Consistent waves year-round, apparently.
Summer gets those big typhoon swells again. Heaving barrels for advanced surfers.
Right. But other times, mellower waves on inside reefs and passes, so options for different levels.
And each island has its own culture, its own surf scene.
Yeah, the surfer mentions fun trips there with friends. Okinawa gets a specific shout-out.
For the tropical vibe, good spots, shops, schools, beginner waves. Sounds really accessible.
A different slice of Japanese surfing. All right, last one. And it's the curveball.
The Great Lakes.
Great Lakes. The source is up front. Not the best surf region, mostly waist-high.
Okay, managing expectations there.
But when the weather conditions are just right.
You can actually get proper waves.
Apparently, yes. Lake Michigan with south winds, Lake Superior with fall swells can produce endless big waves.
Wow, freshwater barrels.
Maybe. And friendly locals again. It's about braving the cold, being patient.
And maybe scoring a dreamy freshwater runner. That's such a unique experience.
Totally unexpected. It really rounds out the list, showing the variety.
It absolutely does. What a journey from perfect tropical reefs to, well, a freezing lake. It shows this list is about more than just perfect waves.
Definitely. It's that whole picture, the place, the people, the adventure, that magic we talked about. It's deeply personal.
So the final thought for you listening is, what kind of surf adventure calls to you? Is it the tropical perfection, the raw power, or maybe something totally unexpected?
Yeah, what hidden corners might hold your unforgettable waves? Something to think about for your own explorations.